Yo, 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 Muddy Waters Podcast, Underworld Series Episode 2. This your boy Shaq Sims. And I'm here right now with a very special guest, Bailey.
Hey, everybody.
You ain't gotta be nervous, Bailey.
I'm not. I'm loosen up. Just give me a second.
Alright. And for those who don't know Bailey, she is a trans woman. Is that the proper way to say it, a trans woman?
Yeah, that's one way to say it.
Or
You say a woman of trans experience.
a woman of trans experience.
That works too.
Okay. That's what you prefer?
I just prefer something respectful.
Okay.
I'm not really finicky on stuff. Just don't call me, nothing out the way.
Derogatory.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why I asked you, what's the proper term.
That's good. Everybody should ask.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't be scared to ask.
Yeah, don't be scared to ask. For the people who don't know, where are you from?
I'm from a little town in Sumter, South Carolina. That's it.
The sticks.
It's the country. It's the country. We got horses and everything. Horses and fields. It's the country. That's all I can say. I don't be. It's so small. So I don't want to put myself on the map like that.
I smelled cow milk when I drove by. I was just playing. I saw tractors and shit. I had to go around tractors. It's literally the sticks. Mm-hmm. Now, growing up in a small town, right? I'd imagine people were super closed-minded.
Very. And most time it's the people that are closest to you that are most closed-minded. It's because I would say the people in my era. I was born in 1994, so by the time that I did try to, when I was coming out, it was 2008, 7, yeah, 6, 8, 7. I was in middle school then, so it was coming along. It wasn't as closed-minded, but it was still closed-minded enough to where people would bully you and there would nothing be done about it. So it was kind of hard.
Yeah.
But I overcame. I didn't let it take over me.
Yeah.
I was always kind of strong-willed.
But it's still even the strongest person cries and things affect them.
Definitely. I've had my ups and downs.
Yeah.
But it never. I don't think I'm just really a strong person. I don't know why. Maybe because I get it from my mom and my dad. But I've never been the person to let things drag me down. I've always tried to find a way to come up out of something. So I don't know. I really don't pay attention to a lot of that stuff.
Facts. Now, when you were growing up, right, you say you came out in between 2006 and 2008.
I was in 12th grade.
You was in 12th
grade? 6th grade. I don't know. I can tell because you said 12.
Yeah. But what was the initial reaction when you told your parents?
I told my mom first. It was on a car ride. It was weird. It was kind of weird. We didn't talk. I think she didn't speak to me for a week. She did not speak to me for a week, having normal conversation. It was more so, food is ready, time to get ready for school. That was it. It was she did what she had to do to take care of me, but it wasn't anything beyond that.
Yeah.
For a week. And I want to say, oh no, that happened. That was a week. My dad, he found out. She told him, and it was kind of weird with him too. He was kind of upset, but he was more. He wasn't as dramatic as my mom, which I think my mom I was always the same person. It's I guess when parents get the confirmation from their child, it's different. It's you can always suspect something, but it's never confirmed, so you can just think however you want to think. But when you get confirmation, it's really kind of drills it in the head, and it kind of flips the switch for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you told your mom, what was the first thing that came out of her mouth, if you can remember? Did she say anything, or was it just a silent car ride home?
She said something, but I don't remember. I blocked a lot of my childhood out because a lot of it wasn't good.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying earlier about me having bad memory. I don't remember a lot of things because I guess it was just a defense mechanism for me. That's how I always pull myself out of things. I guess I block it out.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what she said, but I remember being silent. I do remember silence, but she said something after I said it. I don't remember. I really I wish I did. But maybe I'm glad I don't.
Yeah, maybe. They say your brain has a funny way of protecting you from certain memories.
It does. Like it blocks out the trauma.
Yeah, that's crazy. Some of the trauma I got, I ain't blocked out though. My brain
some
must
of
be
it I
faulty,
remember.
bro.
Cause I done got some ass cuttings. I remember like it was yesterday.
Hey, you from the country too? You got you a good ass whooping.
Ass whoopings. I'm talking about running outside butt naked and everything. Like I done had some ass whoopings. So.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
But that didn't scar me. I'm not scared that I resent my mother for those ass whoopings.
Yeah.
You know, I resent her more for what she said to me. Some certain things she said and what she's done. But I try to make light of a situation. I try to make light of any situation. I guess I'm just an optimistic kind of person. So
it's a good trait to have.
It is. It's a good and bad. I see the bad in it, but I see the good in it too.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Now, you told your mom her reaction was obviously negative. Your mom told your dad his reaction was obviously negative too. Mm-hmm. Did your dad and mom like come back to you and have a conversation with you and tell you why they felt that way, or was it just like life went on after that?
It kind of went on. She never. I know me and my mom, because my dad has passed away. It's been 5 years since he's passed away, so he never got to meet Bailey, this person. But my mom, we've had talks. It's like she's telling me like she doesn't really understand it, but she's grown to understand. She's taken it upon herself to understand. We have a way better relationship now than what we did have. But I recall like just having a sit down conversation and we just talk about things. It's kind of like she did her part and I did my part, and that was pretty much it. We didn't have like no sit down brunch conversation about this is it.
This is why I felt this way, like in the movies and shit.
Yeah, no, it don't happen like that. Not all the time. I guess that's not my story. Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, more than ever, those conversations are being had, like Dwayne Wade, his daughter, like.
And that's good. That's a blessing. Mm-hmm. That is definitely a blessing, because I would say I needed those conversations back then, but I found other ways to cope with it. And I got them later on in life. So I wish I did have when I was younger. I feel like I would be probably a different person, or I wouldn't have done certain things in my life in my youth, my earlier youth, than if I had those conversations. But I don't, it's life. You live and you learn. Mm-hmm. So, and you can only kind of instill in the younger people what you didn't have, mm-hmm. so that they won't go through the same things that you went through. Because I do talk to other younger trans women that are coming up. So I try to, be there for them like I didn't have anybody then. So I try to be there for them.
Yeah. Like, and that's dope that you do that. Because, I mean, you got to teach the people that come after you, like, what you went through so they don't have to go through what you went through. That's
absolutely. Because I think, like, people don't realize no matter what you do, you have people watching you. And especially here where I'm in a small town, like, a lot of people are watching me. And you would be surprised of how many people are watching you that want to be like you or want to exude the confidence that they think you have. So it's, it's good to just kind of give back to the community.
Yeah, definitely. Each one teach one.
Definitely.
All you niggas want to do is give packs to niggas and shit like that, man. You gotta help these young niggas, man.
Exactly.
Don't be giving these niggas drugs. Give these niggas books.
Books. They need books. They definitely need damn books.
Yes, and condoms.
Condoms.
And gloves because of Corona, bro. What?
They need something with an N5 mask.
Yeah, the M5. Yeah, the shit with the respirator.
No, N95. N95?
Something like that. MS95.
They said they don't work anyway.
Yeah, I guess, but like, them shits are like sold out. Like, you can't even
it's a global shortage.
Yeah.
Global.
It's a nigga in the hood right now that got them. I promise you.
And selling them.
Come on, man.
They sell them. Right. The black people got to make $1.
Facts. Now, I'm glad you brought up, your early childhood and your family's reaction, because like Dwayne Wade and his family, right? A lot of people are debating on Twitter and Instagram, like, is a child born gay? Like, a child can't be born gay, or a child can't be born and know what they identify at. Like, my thing is this, like, I tell people that I know, because most of the niggas that I hang with are closed-minded. Most of my family members are closed-minded. I tell people, like, bro, if somebody says that they knew their whole life they were gay, they knew their whole life they were gay. Nobody just makes that shit up, bro. Like, you don't just wake up one day and like, I'm gay because it's cool. Like, I really feel like somebody who comes out as gay is the most bravest person, because the shit that you have to go through.
I wish people would stop thinking like it's a choice. Like, nobody chooses this life.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if some people could give it up, they would. I mean, I know I would. I mean, I didn't choose this shit. Like, it's a lot that comes along with this mentally. You have family that turn their back on you. You have people on the outside of your family that treat you like shit. It's a lot of hardship that comes along with this life that people don't realize, or they think that people want to. Nobody wants to live like this. This is some bullshit. It really is. I think people can only make the best out of what the circumstances that they have. So I wish people just stop this. You choose this and you choose that. Like, certain things are choice and certain things are not. Nobody chooses how to feel or what they're attracted to. Nobody decides what their favorite color is. So nobody decides who they want to lay down in bed with, or not necessarily who, but what they want to lay down in bed with.
Yeah.
Nobody chooses that shit.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's some weird thinking. I never understood it, but that's some weird shit.
Facts. Like, I can't force myself to like somebody. Like, I don't know about anybody else, bro, but I just can't do it, bro.
I can't do it.
I
don't want you, I don't want you.
Yeah.
I'm not attracted, I'm attracted. That's another conversation.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, so.
Yeah.
So you agree that you are born.
Hell yeah. As long as I can remember, I knew I liked boys.
For real?
Hell yeah. I remember me being 8 years old. When I was 8 years old, I could put a name to my attraction. But before then, I knew I wanted girl things. I wanted to be with a boy. I wanted to kiss the boy. I like men. Shit, I knew I like men. I never looked at a girl in a sexual way. When I was in third grade, I told a girl I had a crush on her because I confused my admiration for her as attraction. And I called myself having a girlfriend for a week, literally 5 days, 5 school days. And that was it. After I ain't talked to the bitch no more.
How you ended it?
I just stopped talking to her. We stopped talking. I mean, we was nothing. I was in third grade. She was in 5th grade. She had no business talking to me anyway.
That's 2 years, man. Come on.
That's a lie. I feel like when you're in third grade, you're a child. When you're in 5th grade, you about to go to middle school.
You're like a child still.
But you're a child. You're still a child, but it's a different level of childhood. Like, you about to go to 6th grade. Like, that's middle school. You starting to come up into stuff.
That's true, because you like 10, and third grade you like 8.
Yeah, like, that's weird.
But like 8th grade, you can fuck with a 6th grader.
That's different.
I can see that.
That's different. That's only 3 grade levels. But when you're in elementary, that's 5 to 6th grade levels. You got pre-K, 1st and 2nd to 5th.
Yeah.
That's a big gap.
That is a big gap. I never dipped back though, like in elementary school.
Me either. I wouldn't think about it. I knew what I liked, but I was never sexual. I wasn't sexual then.
Yeah. You just knew who you were attracted to.
I knew I was attracted to, yeah.
Yeah.
I know I had like pink. I know I got made fun of for liking pink milk. It's like everybody wanted chocolate milk, but I wanted pink milk. Everybody used to make fun of me.
For real?
Mm-hmm. And that's why I kind of suppressed a lot of my feelings too. Of how, because I understood, I knew what I wanted, and I knew what I liked was seen as negative to other people. So I kind of suppressed a lot of my feelings then. I think that's why it took me a while to come out. But I was always myself. I never really hid myself. I was always just myself.
Yeah.
I didn't try to change who I was or be like, it can make me kind of quiet, but I still was myself.
Yeah. Definitely. And it's good that you were though. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times when people suppress their personality, when they do let it out, they go to the extreme. Like,
and it's not good at all. That's like letting an animal out of the cage that's been caged up for a long time. And you got these socially awkward people that just kind of just do too much. Mm-hmm. And then you be like, the hell?
What's going on here?
Exactly. You can tell when people haven't been out.
Literally.
Literally.
Facts.
They don't go nowhere but home and school.
Right. And then once they graduate and then they go to college, like they
fuck it up.
Yep. That's why it's kind of good to give your kids that balance.
Exactly. That's like preacher kids. They don't go to do nothing. They don't go to school dances. They don't go to the skate rink. They don't do nothing, this and that. And they finally get out on their own. They go buck wild.
Sucking everybody dick.
Sucking the dicks, pregnant, abortion after abortion, the drugs.
All that shit, bro.
All that.
Yeah, it be fucked up. Now, you said you knew who you were back in the day. Like, how did life progress as far as like from elementary school, middle school to high school, as far as like how people treated you in the community? And did you have people, sorry to interrupt, did you have people that identified as gay or that were gay or identified as trans women or trans men back then around that time? Peers.
No. I would say my toughest years were elementary and middle school. Like in elementary and middle school, because I used to be around a younger crowd. So even with teachers, it was kind of weird. I had my 5th grade teacher told me I used to act like a girl, but until I stopped acting like a girl, she was gonna treat me a certain way or some shit. So I used to go through some weird shit. So like middle school was okay. Like 8th grade was good. 7th grade was kind of fucked up, and it was just boys that would treat me the worst. I had a lot of friends, whoever, all ethnicities. But it was just certain boys would treat me a certain way. I used to fight a lot too.
You did?
Hell yeah. Middle school from 8th grade all the way back to.
Let me see your hands.
Well, I got little hands. My hands are little.
Your knuckles ain't fucked up. You ain't used to get in no fights, man. Your knuckles soft as a motherfucker. You ain't got no scars on there. You ain't beat nobody up.
That's getting down and dirty. I didn't say I was no ruthless fighter. I fought a lot. It was more so defense. It wasn't no.
I know. I'm just messing.
Me just picking up fights and plus I don't want no busted ass knuckles. I'm a woman.
Indeed.
I ain't no gutter chick.
Yeah. And you were having to fight guys because they were trying to bully you, I'd imagine.
I almost got jumped in the bathroom when I was in 6th grade by a group of white guys. I don't know what the fuck that was about. I don't know if it was a race thing. It probably was a race thing and a sexuality thing too. So that was some crazy shit. But I only ended up fighting one of the boys. So I ended up getting out of the bathroom, and then we ended up fighting, changing periods. We ended up fighting. It was kind of weird. I used to like fighting back then though. It was kind of fun. Fighting used to be fun back in the day. It's weird now because people like to shoot too damn much. But I don't know. Those were the days.
It was kind of a way to express yourself too.
It was get my anger out because I was always angry. I used to be in anger management too when I was in elementary school. I can't really remember what grade, but I was in anger management. I used to have to go to that. I used to fight a lot, but it's like that was when bullying was bullying, but people didn't acknowledge bullying for what it really was. Mm-hmm. People always looked at the person getting bullied as the aggressor when they retaliated, and I was seen as angry and just doing all this crazy shit. And my mom even had me evaluated like for my comprehension, my intelligence. I was always smart. My grades were good. I used to talk a lot. I wasn't really challenged to my fullest extent in school. But because I guess because I was always acting out, something had been wrong with me, but it was nothing wrong with anybody else. And people didn't look at it that way. Yeah. So, I mean, I had to go through some shit to get where I'm at, but yeah. It stopped once high school came. It kind of stopped, and it's like I was popular. I was always a popular kid. I had a lot of friends. Everybody, I was cool with everybody. I didn't have no beef with nobody. I would say I was back then. I hadn't transitioned then or identified as trans then, so I was the only gay kid in my class. I think I was the only gay kid at the school at the time too. At that time, probably once I got to high school, I was probably the only gay kid there that was out. There was probably one or two maybe in the upper class that probably about to graduate that next year. So I was the only gay kid there. I didn't know nobody.
For real? Mm-hmm. Well, people...
I didn't have no friends like other gay kids just to be friends with.
Yeah. But you had like a female friends, I'd imagine.
I had a lot of female friends.
What about guy friends?
I was cool with certain guys, but it wasn't like, oh, let's hang out type thing. I guess he was scared. I guess some of them probably were like cool enough to hang out. I did I did have certain guy friends that we were just really cool. People suspected things, but it never went beyond nothing like that. Yeah. Some guys are just cool.
Yep, definitely. And they probably were scared too because they'll be judged.
They'll be judged, yeah.
Yeah, like most of us are. Like I know for me, like I had growing up, I had gay people that I went to school with, grew up with, even. Our moms knew each other, and I was kind of ashamed back in the day to be like, "Oh, we cool," or "I know this person." Like, so I can imagine. It's so crazy how short-minded we think as kids. Like, some of the best people in the world, you won't be friends with.
You miss out on a lot.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but that stuff is instilled in us. Like, we can't just think. We think for ourselves, but a lot of our thinking is what we are taught. Mm-hmm. Like, how we think is how we're taught, and how we perceive things is how we were taught to perceive. So, we can't help it. We can only do better once we get older.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we will hope that we would do better as we get older. Like, my dad, he damn near 50. This nigga said some shit that pissed me off so bad one day. He was like, this was like 2014. He was like, yeah, that nigga Young Thug gay as fuck. Da-da-da-da. I don't listen to that nigga. And I was like, Dad, so because you think he's gay, or let's just say he is gay. Let's just throw what we think out of the window. Let's just say he is. You think like his gayness is gonna like seep through the speakers and make you gay because you listen to his music, bro?
Some people feel like that. Some people literally feel like, some people don't want to be in the same space with a gay person because they think it's going to corrupt them in some type of way. I guess some people look at it as an illness or some type of demonic possession. There's some demon going to jump off of them or jump into you. I don't have the mental capacity to deal with no bullshit like that. So I really just turn the other cheek because I can't.
It don't make sense to me either.
At all.
But you know, like, it's kind of like childish thinking, though. It's like a kid.
It's a kid.
A lot of people think like children because I guess people only, their, what do you call it? Their maturity only goes as far as like what they've seen and what they've experienced in life. Mm-hmm. So a motherfucker who been on these same roads, been in this same city, been around the same people their whole life, they only gonna think about what's going on around them. They're not gonna think about what's going on in the outside world. Like, it's a whole world.
It's a whole world. That's why I really don't commune with the people around here too much.
Yeah.
Because they're too small-minded, and I've been told like but people meet me, they would never think I'm from here.
Yeah. Or
like even people that live here don't be like, "Are you really from here?" Like, I don't really see you around, or you don't talk like you're from here. Like, you just, you don't look like you're from here. But I guess I do. I like to travel, so I kind of, see things for what they are. Mm-hmm. I've seen other things besides this little country place and these fields and horses and shit. So I don't know. It's a lot. That's why I don't deal with a lot of shit, because I just don't have it. I don't have it.
Yeah. Fact, you being fuck somebody up, ain't it? I don't know if you can fight, dog. Your hands look a little too soft, man.
With little hands, just imagine a lot of force in a little space. That's really gonna pack a punch.
I don't know, man. If y'all got some videos of Bailey fighting, send them shits to me, dog.
I haven't fought since 8th grade. My last fight was in 8th grade.
For real? Not even in the club these days?
No,
like,
I don't fight no damn club.
You ain't fought a nigga like... Went through a nigga phone like, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you?
No, I think the most I've ever fought in a relationship, I probably punch a man in the arm. That was it. I'm not a fighter. I'm really not a fighter. Not no more. I've changed a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I turn a lot of my anger into comedy. Like, I say some off the wall shit to you and probably laugh at myself, or like just stuff like that. Like, I'm more vocal than physical now. I have a slick mouth, and I knew my words will cut you deeper than my fists will hurt you. So I just keep it at that.
So you'll say some fucked up shit to a nigga in a nice way? I'll say some fucked up shit
no, I'm gonna say it in a fucked up way too.
Damn.
That's not good. That's toxic. But
I mean, I guess it's better to say how you feel and throw a little jab out there than punch somebody in the face.
No, sometimes I don't know. Maybe both.
Depends on what you're saying.
It depends on how I feel.
Like, nigga, your mama is a bitch. Like, now that's toxic, bro.
No, I ain't gonna call your mama a bitch, but I'm gonna call you a bitch.
Nah, that's toxic, bro. You don't call a nigga a bitch. You don't do that.
I try not to. I'm trying to be conscious of what I say, because I have a really bad conscience. Like, I feel guilty sometimes when I say something I know is bad, and I feel bad afterwards. So I try not to say fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. But you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you. Shit.
I'm the same way. I feel bad too. Like, damn. I be wanting to call motherfuckers and apologize for shit.
Yeah, I'm like that too, but sometimes you got to just fuck it.
Fuck it. Buck the jack.
Yeah, because they ain't apologize for what the fuck they did. Mm-hmm. Even if they did, sorry don't take back. You say sorry don't mean shit. You still did it. Shit.
Greatest apology is change behavior.
Change behavior.
So they say.
Yep.
Now, we were talking about high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who were you looking up to back then?
Nobody.
You didn't have any, like...
I didn't have no, like in the community, I didn't have nobody to look up to.
Or even just, like, somebody, like, on the internet or TV or... Nobody?
Not really. I would say Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks?
Yeah, that was around the time she had that's when she had a show still.
Yeah.
She was really nice. She was a positive role model for me. I like what she stands for.
Yeah.
Who else? I was saying now in middle school to high school, I started like spectating ballroom culture. And I kind of, you know, looked up to certain people in the ballroom community then. I mean, I didn't know them, but you know, for what the clips I seen and just, you know, certain things I saw, I kind of looked up to them as far as what they could do.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know these people personally to look up to them in that life, but that was then. It was not a lot of positive representation, even with trans people or just gay people in general. I mean, I would say, like, you know, let me put this out there too, for anybody else that's gonna see it, like, you know, being trans is, you know, how you identify, and, you know, being gay, straight, bi, that's your sexual identity.
Mm-hmm.
So, your sexual orientation, mm-hmm. not your sexual identity.
Mm-hmm.
But just gay people in general, our culture, LGBT culture, wasn't represented very well in media then. So it wasn't really anything positive to look up to.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just did what you had to do, or you had to look up to cisgender people or heteronormative people in a way, or whoever you looked up to, and just try to, you know, find some positivity in that.
Indeed, but it's still it's kind of hard because, you know, they're not living the life that you really living.
Exactly.
For real.
No, you can only look at them and hope you can live like them, but you really have to make their situations work for your circumstances.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
it's a really good way to put it. Now, you brought up ballroom culture.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite shows, dog, is Pose.
That's my favorite too. I love Pose. Pose is a really good representation of the culture. I
was just about to ask you that.
It really is.
Okay. Who's your favorite character on there? You tell me yours first. I'll tell you, man.
What was my favorite character? I would say Angel. I don't really like Angel. She's kind of my favorite character because we're kind of similar. We're really similar.
I can see that. I can see that.
I don't know. People say, no, I was going to say people. People say I look like her, but I don't see it. But she's a really beautiful girl. I don't feel like I look like her.
Nah, kinda. But not like y'all look like, oh my God.
It's not a twin thing,
like
no.
Side by side. But y'all have some similar features.
Yeah, people say that, oh, she reminds me of you and whatnot. I guess her story reminds people of me too, people of me. So I don't know, I guess. But I like her. She's my favorite character on the show.
She's one of mine. She's like my third favorite. Blanca is my favorite.
You like Blanca? I like Blanca too.
Dog, Blanca make a nigga cry, dog.
She will.
Blanca will make a hard down thug nigga cry, dog. I swear to God.
But then, you know, when I think about it, I kind of like Candy. Candy was kind of my favorite character. It's like I cried like a dog when she died. Because it kind of hit home, especially with my father being like passed away, and just like this, you know, situation I went through with my mom then back in the day. Her life I kind of relate more to Candy than I do anybody else, because she was always angry. She was always an angry person and that had the short end of the stick, and she was angry because of that. But people always saw her being angry, and she was misunderstood. And that was kind of me when I was in school. You know, I was always getting bullied. I always had a short end of the stick, but people always saw my anger and didn't see why I was angry.
You know what? You got a point.
That was me. Now that's my story. I would say that's my story.
I never thought about Candy in that light, because I never liked her, bro. Like, I was like, why are niggas crying because she's dead, bro? She's sad. Aggravating, my nigga. She was over the top. She was certain times, but like she made a lot of sense. She made a lot of sense, and her story was really,
I think her story was the most impactful. And then I would say a lot of the stories in Pose are real stories that have happened in ballroom culture around that era too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like with the lecturer, her client died, and they wrapped him up and put him in a closet. That's a real story. If you watch Paris is Burning, Dorian Corey, she had a mummified corpse in her closet. Was with somebody that she knew at the time of the taping. The mummified corpse was in her closet. They didn't find the corpse until after she passed away. When Candy died, that was a story of I forgot the lady name.
She was in New York.
Venus Extravaganza. Mm-hmm. She died prostituting. They found her put on I think suffocated or stabbed up under the bed in her room. When they stole the first season, the first episode, when they stole the stuff out the museum. That was a real story. It's a lot of things in that movie that are they're retelling the history, and that's really good. I think that's really good for the culture, especially the younger kids that are coming up. They can have something to look back on. It's like a reference book almost to look back on.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what I love most about that show, like. It shows the community feel and the family feel in the trans community, in the gay community, like, because, like, something that Blanca said, I think it was either Blanca or, what was her son name, the young one who was the dancer? I forgot his name. But anyway, basically they were saying, like, we have to make our own family. Do I need to spray you with some Lysol?
I don't got no damn corona. I have allergies. My allergies, I have the corona.
But I'll just play it. But basically that, their families ostracized them so much that they had to find a family of their own. Mm-hmm. And that shit touched me because I'm like, damn, bro, like I can just imagine going, like how hard it is to go through something like that.
That's devastating.
It's really like the person that, because people are like, well, if your family don't accept you, fuck them. But it's like, bro, your mama and your daddy.
That's easier said than done.
Your
people just can't say fuck the family, yeah. That's all you knew. That's all you knew up to like some people come out 14, 16, 12 years old. And that's all you knew up until that time. And then like you were literally cut off from all you know. Like how can you just say fuck your family? Like you have to go through a lot to be comfortable with that. And some people are never going to bounce back from that type of trauma. So, but that's what, in a positive light, that's what ballroom was. It was a place for people to commune together that were ostracized from their families. And, that's what the whole house culture, that was a place for people to make their own families and depend on each other when they didn't have nobody else to turn to. Mm-hmm. To get people off the street, to not do all this dangerous stuff. Like, just to give people a sense of family. And a sense of family will save a lot of people's lives more than money will or a lot of other things. Like just having somebody that you could confide in, trust, that means a lot to people. Yeah. Especially people when you don't have anything at all.
Facts. Like that love, like having somebody you can call mom. Mm-hmm. Like prime example, you brought up money. Like you look at what's her name, Electra? Mm-hmm. Electra's house and Blanca's house. Electra's house was extravagant. There was no love there. Blanca's house wasn't the most extravagant place, but it was love there. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that they represented that and showed, like, listen, this money and all that stuff really don't matter.
It don't matter.
This is what really matters, that love. Like, that's why I really love that show, because it's like, damn, bro. Like, this is real family. Like, I mean, it's dysfunction in every community, but, like, it showed, compare and contrast, like, Electra's house is dysfunctional, but Blanca's house isn't the most perfect place, but it's a place of love.
It makes you want to be there. Everybody wants to be in somewhere they feel wanted and not feel used or tolerated. Like, so that makes a big difference. Mm-hmm. And I think that people can take, like parents can take that and apply that to their own home, because no matter how much money you have or how well your kids are living, if they don't have the love in the house or they don't feel love, that they could, they would kill themselves.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Like, my mom and my dad, they split. My dad, he was good financially, But I ain't really feel love in the house. My mom didn't have everything. We weren't poor, but my mom didn't have as much as my dad did. She couldn't do the shit that my dad did, but I felt more love there. I would have rather been there in a 1-story house than a 2-story house in the suburbs.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit.
I feel it.
That shit rings true.
I understand where you come from. That wasn't my story though. When my parents split, I felt love from both of them.
You did?
I love my daddy. I miss my daddy.
You do? I
really do. I feel like he was here. Like we probably had the best relationship. We had a good relationship to start with. So, and our relationship never really fell off. Like it didn't falter. No matter coming out, anything. I feel like he knew who I was becoming, because like I was kind of on the very beginning of my transition around the time he passed. Mm-hmm. But I think he knew.
Yeah.
I really think he knew, and I think because he went through a lot himself.
Really?
Yeah, he went through his own struggles with depression and stuff. So it was just a lot. Yeah. I don't know, I kind of just went off. I love my daddy. I really miss my dad.
Well, if you don't mind talking about it, what was like the last conversation y'all had?
Our last conversation wasn't the best conversation because obviously my dad suffered with depression very heavily, and the last conversation wasn't the best conversation. It wasn't anything. It wasn't bad as far as like with anything to do with us, his kids, but it was bad to do with himself. Like he really just he doesn't like himself at the time, so it wasn't. Some of the stuff he was saying just wasn't stuff I didn't want to remember him saying. But I remember our last happy time together. It was really good. I think it was around the holidays or something. And we was over there having dinner. He was with his girlfriend. It was just a good time. All his kids were there. He got to meet his first grandchild. His second grandchild. Because my first niece, she was older by then, and then my other sister that we thought would never have a kid, she finally had a baby, and she brought her down, and like it was a good time. That was a good time.
Yeah, that's good. You got to have a good time with him. Before he passed, and I'm sure he's proud of you.
I think so. I think he's in a better place. At least he's looking down on me, like you're happy. You're doing everything. You're not wanting to struggling for anything. So like you're doing everything that I wanted you to do.
Are you happy?
Mm-hmm.
You are.
I'm a generally happy person.
That's good.
And I have my ups and downs, but I blame that on the hormones.
Now talk about when you decided to transition. What was that? What was like your first? Because a lot of people say like, "Oh, I identify as a trans woman. I identify as a trans," but it's another thing to like actually go through with the process of transitioning. Like,
that's a whole other step. The process was it was a long journey to get on the process, because I was 18. I was 18 years old when I knew that I wanted to transition. I was 19 when I took the actual steps to transition, and at the time that was going the black market route, because there's no doctors here that specialize in hormone therapy for transgender people. There's no resources at the time. There was no resources to find a doctor that specialized in hormone therapy for transgender people. So I didn't have insurance at the time. I was working, but I wasn't making a lot of money then. I just started working in the salon doing nails. I was broke. I was 19 and broke, fresh out of high school and broke. And it was a lot. So the money I had, I went on the online pharmacies. Online pharmacies were just popular. I went on online pharmacies, got the medications I needed. I was on forums looking to see what doses I needed to take. And I ordered whatever I needed, and I started just taking the hormones in. But being in bad relationships due to me not actually coming out saying that I was trans, I was out already, but I didn't come out to no one and said I was trans except for one person. That was my aunt. She knew because I took my first hormone shot in her kitchen. She knew, but she didn't tell anybody. I was in a relationship. I didn't even tell my boyfriend at the time that I was transitioning. And he kind of just saw the changes happening and then asked me, like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, nothing. Once my mom saw the changes, I stopped. Like, once he said something about it and then my mom said something about it, I stopped altogether. I probably stopped for about 6 months. I was like, this ain't it. I want to actually transition. Like, I can't, like, suppress how I feel for, like, no bullshit. Especially not no fucking love. Love come and go. So, I started back in secret, just doing what I was doing. But I was still living as a boy still. But still taking hormones. It was kind of rough. It was really kind of rough because I wasn't living in my truth, but I was trying to take the proper steps I needed to take. But it was hard because it's kind of like you have to build the confidence to actually come out as yourself. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, and it's like and I think the best way to do it is to just do it because there's no way that you can prepare yourself for a situation like that. I can remember days I was in my room, I done got dressed, I felt good, I looked in the mirror, I was like, I look good, and I just stood to my door, like shaking in front of the doorknob because I didn't want to come out of my own room dressed how I was dressed or just thinking like who's going to see me. And I was like, just come to my room and run straight to my car and go where I got to go. But it's like I would be sweating bullets before I come to my room. Like I would be so scared. I'd be terrified. But eventually it got better and better. And most of the people I was scared of was my own family. I was scared of my own family. I didn't care how I looked in public because by this time I was still dressing like a boy, but people thought I was a stud lesbian.
For real? Because you getting curves and shit because of the like hormones.
People, and I wouldn't wear a bra, but like I had like the you could see my breast through. Like I would wear like polos. You could see my breast through and just the nipples, but it looked like a breast. It didn't look like a chest.
So you was like looking like a stud.
I was looking like a little bulldacker. Cause I had my hair shaved on the sides and the back. I had hair on the top, like a puffball on the top.
Yeah.
I look back on those pictures. Sometimes I look back and I was like, I look kind of rough. But back then I used to get through it.
Yeah.
But by then that's how I kind of built my confidence too.
Yeah.
Was how people perceived me in public was how I knew how I could navigate through life. So when I knew people saw me however I saw myself, I knew that people didn't see me that way. I thought I looked bad. People was like, they thought I was a lesbian. So I was like, well, shit, I must like a damn girl to them.
Yeah.
So like, it must be something, so that kind of built my confidence. And then, I took the necessary steps I need. I found a laser clinic here. I started getting laser done to get the hair off my face and whatnot and my body. And I just came into myself slowly. And that took me from 19 years old to 22.
3 years.
It took me that long, on and off on the hormones, doing black market, because eventually those online pharmacies, some of them started shutting down. So it's like I couldn't find the hormones that I needed. I started buying them off the street, like not necessarily off the street, but
you
have connections. Like you got other girls that just didn't take their hormones like that, so you could buy a bottle off of them. It was rough.
Did you go through like any side effects from the hormones?
Not negative side effects. I mean, you go through what you go through. I would say that is very dangerous, like doing it black market, because you do need to be monitored by endocrinologists to make sure like your levels are straight. You need your estrogen not too high, your liver's not being damaged, because they are toxic. This stuff is toxic that you have to use is toxic. It messes with your body, and it can mess with your body in the long run. That's why you need to be monitored. Like it can kill you. So.
But you was doing it the right way. Well, you wasn't doing it the right way, but you ain't fuck yourself up.
I was trying to do it the right way. I was doing the best way I knew.
Yeah, because you was looking up the dosages and all that shit.
But everybody's doses can't be your doses. Some people need higher, some people need lower, depending on where you're starting off at. So,
facts.
I don't know. I was just doing what I had to do. I was doing what I had to do to make myself happy.
Facts.
I didn't give a damn. I mean, like some people, I know looking back on it, it was stupid, but looking at it at the moment, you're doing what you need to do to be happy. If you're unhappy, you're going to do what you need to do to be happy. And whatever you can do to be happy, if it's accessible to you, then you're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah. But you were brave at 19, though.
Yeah, I kind of was, I guess.
You was brave. Like, even though you were scared to come out the house, like, I ain't going to lie to you, man. I ain't sticking myself with a fucking thing.
That was, I think I was just kind of crazy.
Nah, man, you were brave, man. Like, you really... Because, like, some people just talk.
Yeah.
Some people, like, I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, I see so many people on social media, like, oh, I want. They don't do. You weren't telling anybody. You were actually doing.
I was doing it.
Taking your money that you say you was broke. So you was spending all your free money on getting what you needed to get
what I need to do. Yeah.
So you were brave.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. For real.
Looking back on it, I guess I was.
Yeah. But you did what you had to do to make yourself happy.
Yeah.
That's all that mattered. Facts. Now, from 19 to 22, you doing all these different things. Like, I'd imagine the boyfriend that you had at the time, when you told him finally, what was his reaction to that?
I didn't have to tell him I was transitioning. He found out from his cousin, because his cousin would do my hair sometimes, or I would I would model for his cousin at different hair shows, at Bronner Brothers hair show. I would model for him at the hair shows. So he found out from his cousin. I guess they would talk, and he came. He was like, I already know what it is, but that's not something I'm attracted to, because I'm just not attracted to that. I was like, okay, and that's when I stopped. Trying to save whatever little piece of relationship I had, which I should have just said kick it to the side from the beginning. But I guess, like, you young, you want to be in love, so I stopped. But I was unhappy. I was still unhappy in a relationship that I was unhappy in, so I was like doubly unhappy.
Yeah,
so
doubly unhappy.
I guess
my nigga said doubly unhappy. I'm gonna start using that. Doubly.
I don't know, is that correct?
Nah,
probably not.
I use improper English all the time.
Yeah,
on
I
this
do
fucking
too.
Show, man. Who cares?
I was just unhappy.
Yeah,
and I was adding on to my unhappiness.
Yeah.
So I just went back and started doing it. I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah. Definitely.
I was gonna do it.
And you took like 6 months off, you said, because of the
about 6 months, which I wish I didn't. I wish if I can go back, I wish that when I started October 1st, 2013, if I had just kept going straight, I feel like I'd be in a better position than what I am in now. But I feel fine.
Everything happened for a reason.
Everything happened for a reason. I would say, like, everything does. Like, I probably wouldn't. Who knows what would have happened?
Exactly. You might have took too much. Like,
exactly. I could have been saving my life. That could have saved my life. Looking back on it, so.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you eventually start seeing an endocrinologist? Is that what you
I ended up going to a doctor. I found a doctor. I've been going to my doctor. I've been actually going to a doctor, I think about 3-4 years now.
Okay.
So, for 3-4 years, I'm going to a doctor.
And when you went to your doctor and you told them that you were, administering these things yourself, what was their reaction? Because started 2013, 3-4 years ago. That's like 2017, 2016. That's like 3 years doing it with no doctor. What was their reaction?
One doctor told me to stop, but he didn't give me no resources to continue doing it the right way. So I just kept doing what I was doing because I wasn't about to stop no more. By the time I got to an actual doctor that specialized in it, I was off. I stopped taking them because by then I was taking them here and there, whatever I could get on the street from other people. So, but it was hard. That became scarce too. So by then I was down and out. I was desperate trying to find a doctor so I could get some hormones.
Yeah.
So by then I was off of them. They just they took blood, measured my levels, saw what it was, and it just went off from there.
So that way you were able to get an actual prescription.
I got a prescription. Yeah.
So you was the plug.
No, hell, I took my shit. I ain't had shit to give away.
Like, come on, let me get a shot.
I ain't have nothing to give away. No.
Yeah.
Not then. Maybe now, but no, not then.
Yeah. And you said, like, the hormones, you have, like, ups and downs. Like, you talk about that. Like, the first time you felt that, was it scary?
Yeah, it was scary. That was when I was taking a black market because I didn't really know people say it make you emotional. Okay, yeah, you expecting to be emotional, but you're not expecting how you're going to be emotional, what you're going to be emotional about. Like, that shit scared the shit out of me. Because I was so upset one time. I was upset, and I was just, something bothered me. I saw somebody, I wanted to fight, but I didn't fight him. But, I was just on the phone talking to somebody about it. I was like, I was going to fight that bitch, blah, 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 blah. And eventually, I was angry. But you just angry talking about something. Then I started crying. started crying out of nowhere. I'm talking like bawling tears. And then ended up laughing, started talking like just laughing about something. And I had paused for a second. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because I'm not a crier. Back then, I wasn't a crier. I'm a bucket of water now. But back then, I wasn't a crier like that. And I'm sitting there crying about something, crying about wanting to fight somebody. What the fuck is this?
Knowing your hand's small as a motherfucker, you can't. No, go ahead.
But yeah, it kind of shocked me. It kind of threw me off. I'm like, I ain't never cried about no bullshit like this.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing at the same time. What the fuck is really going on? So that it scared me. I was like, oh, hell no. But I had to think, be calm. Okay, this is what's going on. And then one time I cried at a commercial one time.
What kind of commercial though? It depends on what type of commercial it is.
A fucking baby commercial.
A baby commercial?
A baby commercial. I was like, what the shit is this? I'm crying.
What is like baby food?
No, you see babies on TV and the little babies. Probably, I don't know what the fuck it was. I remember seeing the baby and I was crying. The baby
was so cute?
It was a cute baby. It was a really cute baby.
And you cried?
Yes.
You was crying tears of joy? Like you was sad?
It was like it was like, and then I would say like hormones make people ask like what to expect. Like when you take hormones, your emotions become way more complex. It's a lot of in-betweens. It's not just happy, sad, mad. It's more, you got happy and sad, but you got excitement in between that, and this sad and mad, and you got this fucking depression in between that. It's like extreme. Like sometimes you get like extreme highs and lows. It's not depression. Like it's not that kind of highs and lows, like bipolar, but it's like
more
more complex. So it's like instead of being red, white, and blue, you got the whole rainbow. You know what I'm saying?
So you'll be like you said, you was crying and then you start laughing.
Yeah.
You feel a mix of emotions, a range of emotions all in one.
But I would say it does balance out down the line. It does get better. But like when you first start out, that shit is kind of trippy.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I guess I was taking like high dosages just off the bat. Like I didn't like build up into anything. I was just going straight into it.
Yeah.
So I probably was kind of fucking myself up.
Like fuck it. If we're gonna go, we gonna go, baby. Let's load up. My mama ain't raised no pump. Where were you putting it at?
It's an intramuscular injection. So you have to do it like your thigh, your butt. You can do your arm. I'll do it in my thigh and my butt. I couldn't reach my arm then. I do it in my arm sometimes.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm glad there are resources now because it's dangerous. But I'm glad there are resources. Like I just pointed this girl in the right direction the other day. And she asked me like, where can I go to get my stuff? And I told her where she could go. So like I'm glad there is resources now because I wouldn't want nobody to go through and harm themselves like I could have or like other girls have in the past. Like some girls are stroked out because they were too much, taking black market hormones and not knowing their levels. Like some people died. So. Or like just going crazy like this, it's a chemical imbalance. Like you can like literally lose your mind. So I'm glad there's resources now that are readily available, especially here in the South.
Yeah.
So that's a blessing.
It is. It really is.
That's a major blessing.
It is. It definitely is. Because like you said, more like stroke out, all type of stuff.
Like you can have a heart attack, a stroke. You can not knowing how to use your needles right. You can probably inject air into a damn blood vessel or something to kill yourself. Like it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that people just don't think about. You don't think about that stuff at the time, but looking back on it, that shit is dangerous.
Yeah. You were blessed in that.
I was blessed. Yeah. Somebody watching with babies and fools. I was damn sure a fool.
You can tell you from the country. That's some country shit. What you said?
God watch over babies and fools.
God watch over babies and fools?
Babies and fools.
That's some country. I never heard that shit.
Maybe that's why crackheads live so long.
Facts.
They might be fooled.
Or babies. Them some dependent motherfuckers.
They are. They are. That's why I can't do it. I ain't got it for kids either.
You say you don't want to have kids?
I just recently came to a conclusion for that. I wanted kids. I may it might change, but I don't want kids. I don't have it. I don't have the patience. I be around other people's kids. I like babies. I don't necessarily like kids. So, but once they get to a certain age and start acting crazy, I don't have it. I don't have any patience. I can't do it.
Yeah, like when a motherfucker start talking and shit, that's when you gotta go.
They're like talking back, not listening.
Crying.
They get hungry and they tell you they're hungry.
1,000 times.
1,000 times. I can't do it. I like babies. I really, from newborn, 8 months.
Newborn 8 months?
Newborn to 8 months is my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
If I can go from newborn to 8 months to straight up 14-year-old, that'd be fine.
That would be lit. Yeah, because in a 14-year-old, them motherfuckers independent.
They independent. They trying to coach them through school, trying to teach them some life lessons at that point. Like, just try to steer them on the right path, give them the love they need. But shit, I don't know. I don't got it. I don't want no kids. Something like that.
I came to the conclusion a while ago. It's a lot of shit that ain't for me. That's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, I love my nieces and my goddaughters. They're enough for me. Mm-hmm. They are enough. I've been there from from newborn to wherever age they at now. So that's enough. That's a blessing in itself for me.
They call you Auntie Bailey?
No. They do? My nieces, my nieces call me Aunt Bailey. My goddaughter, she called me, my oldest goddaughter called me baby. My new goddaughter, she can't talk yet, so she'd be looking at me crazy. Yeah.
So like your sisters and stuff, they're accepting.
They're very accepting. Very accepting. My sister, she like once I came out to them like all the way, I told them what I was doing. They helped me pick out my middle name. One of my sisters, she was with me, like she wanted to be there with me through all my surgeries. Which I only have one, but like whatever future ones I'm gonna have in the future, she want to be there for them. Like she's been there for the first one. Like they want to be a part of my life. They always been a part of my life ever since forever. So it's good. They've been always in my corner.
That's
always.
Dope. That's a blessing. Shout out to your sisters.
Yeah, shout out to my sisters.
Because you need that.
You do.
You do. You need that.
I really do.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Anyway, yeah, you need that as a human being. Like, in whatever it is that you're doing, whatever journey you're going, you can't go by yourself. You have to.
Nobody wants to live alone. And people say, like, you can be content with yourself, or just be content with being alone, but nobody wants to be alone. Like, literally alone in life. Nobody wants to go through life alone. Like, that's whack.
Yeah, so we had some technical difficulties. Yeah. But, we were talking about the fact that, you didn't want to have kids and things of that nature. Yeah.
Nope.
You don't want to.
Not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me. I don't have the patience. At least not right now, I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future, but I don't want to be old and trying to have kids or adopting a kid or have my own. I don't know. However it happens. Because I'm 25. So, like, by the time I'm 30, if I don't do it by the time I'm 30, 28, 30, I'm not doing it.
No.
Who wants to be pushing 60 at their child's graduation?
That's extreme. That's not pushing. If you 35 and your child is 18, 20, you like 53.
Pushing 60.
That's not pushing 60.
That's pushing 60.
That's not pushing 60.
That's old. You a damn near senior citizen. You trying to work them last few years so you can retire. Fuck that. No.
That's not pushing 60.
It ain't pushing 60, but whatever.
That's still a good age.
I want to be, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. That's old to me. It's not old. I'm looking forward to those years. I really am. I don't have nothing against old people. But I want to be old one day. I want to be old. Like, I want to be a grandmother. If I could, that is the thing. I look forward to that type of stuff.
You want to skip being a mom.
Fuck yeah.
Having me a grandma.
Yeah, if I could just go straight to having grandkids, what? I think that'd be fun.
You could do that.
Grandmas have fun.
Yeah, you could adopt a kid, or you can even have a kid and be like, call me grandma. That'd be some weird shit.
That's weird. I'm not on the weird shit.
That's weird, bro.
But no, I'm really big on family.
Yeah,
I like that. I like the whole family aspect. That type of stuff. I just don't have the patience, and I don't want to neglect a child. Whether it be my biological or adopted, I'm still going to treat it as if it was mine. Mm-hmm. As if they were mine. I'm not going to say it, but I want to give that child the best I can. And I know in this mental space I'm at, I can't.
You're going to whoop their ass every day, ain't it?
No, I'm not going to abuse them. But I'm probably not going to be all the way there.
Yeah.
Like, I want to take my time. At least I want to be, straight. I want to be financially straight. Because I feel like with my situation, I'm able to control my circumstances. So I just can't say, oops, I had an oops baby. I don't have oops babies. I'm not gonna have an oops baby.
Yeah.
So I want to be the best I can be for that child whenever I have it.
Indeed.
But this ain't it. And I don't know if I'm ever gonna get there.
You will.
At least mentally, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It depends. Who knows what the future gonna hold? The future's unwritten.
Yeah.
At least for me, God knows.
God know.
God's plan, not mine.
Yep. I don't know. I don't think kids is in my deck of cards. Like God didn't bless me with like parental instincts.
Yeah.
Kids get on my fucking nerves. But see, I grew up. I had 3 little sisters, and I was like the only child for like 10 years. Like it was me and my big sister, but my big sister, we got different moms, and my sister is like 5 years older than me.
Okay.
So it was like a kind of an age gap there. She only came down during the summertime because she lived in Virginia, and then I had my little sister when I was like 10. So it was like a big age gap between me having a sister and me having... I was like the only child, literally, my whole life until my little sister came. And then there was another one, then there was another one.
But how many siblings you got?
4 sisters.
Oh, wow.
Big sister and 3 little sisters. So they came back to back to back.
Back to back. That's... I don't know. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot. So I have 2 older sisters. We have different moms. And I have a little brother. So me and my older sister, we're 11 years apart. And me and my little brother are 9 years apart. Mm-hmm. So I kind of grew up like an only child too. You know, having older sisters. By the time I was, young, I was still young, but like they were old enough they could take care of me, they could spoil me because they had jobs and stuff. Mm-hmm. By the time my little brother came, I was 9 years old. By the time he came of age enough, I'm doing the same things that my sister did for me when I was his age. Mm-hmm. So that kind of stuff, it's like it's switched around, but it's like growing up like an only child. So I don't have patience to deal with other people. That's why I'm kind of a loner, but I'm kind of a not. So, but I enjoy my own company. Mm-hmm. But I enjoy other people. But when I'm tired with them, I can go back to myself and be fine. And I take people in doses. I can live without people.
Me too, man. So, I like dealing with people, especially because I'm very passionate about my podcast, doing interviews and stuff like that. But all of my jobs require me to talk to people. Like my 9 to 5, I have to talk to people. I have to go to school. I have to fucking talk to my teacher and my classmates. Then I have to get on my podcast. Of course, I enjoy doing my podcast, but it's still human interaction. I have to do that all day. So it's like after a while, it just be like, I need like 2 or 3 days to just be alone.
And be alone. That's why I value my time alone. I really do. And that's the thing with my job, I'm always in somebody's face. Yeah, that's what I do. I do nails. So I'm always talking to people. You can't sit silent doing somebody's nails. That's weird. So it's like I'm always talking to people talking to me about bullshit, and I'm talking to them about bullshit. It's fun. But I would think that I wouldn't be as shy as I am, knowing that I've been doing nails professionally since 2013. And then but doing nails altogether 10 years, but still, it's like you would think I wouldn't be as shy as I am because I've built up some type of social presence and I know how to interact with people. And I don't know, I don't like people.
You don't?
I don't like people.
So when I hit you up about the interview, that's why you ducked and dodged me. Do you know how long it took for me to do this interview with Bailey? Listen. Took me a long time. I started this series like a month and some change ago. I hit Bailey up last year about this series. Is that why you ducked and dodged me?
No, that's not why.
Because you didn't think you were going to like me?
No, that's not why at all. It's nothing personal.
It is
personal.
I
was really busy. I'm a really busy person from work. And I was telling you about the ballroom stuff. Work and ballroom, I try to balance those as healthily as I can. I travel a lot. I'm never home. Like sometimes when I finish work, I'm in a different city. I go from work, come home, pack a bag. I'm texting a ride to a different city. So, my nose is itching.
I need some gloves. What's that mask called?
N95.
Got something for your motherfucking ass. Come on, some damn N95.
Oh my god.
What's that shit on Facebook? That's gonna be the thumbnail for this on YouTube.
That's gonna be it.
That's gonna be the thumbnail, bro.
Oh gosh. Oh, it must be some lint.
No, ain't no fucking lint. Ain't no motherfucking lint.
Oh. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. You done spreading?
Yeah, I'm done with the corona.
All right.
Okay. But yeah, I'm just really busy. I travel a lot. I don't really know. Sometimes I don't have time for myself. I say I value my time alone.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, I always look forward to doing interviews. That's exciting to me. Like, an interview, whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to I'm trying to build a platform. I've been doing it, but it's hard. It's hard. It's more work than what people think. Like building social media is building a positive social media presence is harder than what people think. It's work. That's work.
That shit is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it took me like 3 months to get an extra 100 followers. Why you niggas won't just follow me, man? Damn, y'all niggas watch my videos. You like my pictures. You watch my story. You listen to my podcast. Follow me and subscribe.
Oh, no. It's hard to get people to engage.
It really is, but it's so crazy, the amount of views and shit that my videos get from time to time, the amount of views shit on my page get, and the amount of people that see me out in public, like, bro, I like your podcast. But I'm like, my nigga, why don't you follow me, son?
Y'all need to subscribe. You need to promote my podcast and shit.
Fuck, nigga.
Something. Well, I think social media has changed a lot because I think when it first started to become popular, people would do on social media, whatever, doing stuff on social media because that's what they did in their free time. Like that was something to do. It was exciting. Mm-hmm. I think now people are on social media because they're bored. Mm-hmm. So it's easy to just look and scroll, and instead of actually engaging in the content that people are putting out. So I think it's changed a lot.
Facts. I remember back in the day, 2012, 2013, when Instagram first started popping, a motherfucker shout you out, bro, you're gonna get 50 followers.
You're gonna get the followers
off of that shit. Now, I had a page shout me out. They got 1 million followers. He just I got no followers off that shit. 1.2 million. Nobody followed me nothing.
You sure they got real followers?
Bruh, I don't know.
Some people they buy followers nowadays.
Niggas buying 1 million though. Cause I follow the nigga. I follow the nigga. It's a semi-porn page.
Okay, it wasn't porn. They probably not gonna follow.
Indeed, cause the dude was yeah, it was actually this week. The dude was and I know this nigga ain't buying no followers. This nigga,
he might have the followers.
Yeah, he got the followers. Shout out my nigga Flash. He got the followers, and all he did was just post a new interview with Shaq Sims. Who check it out, swipe up. Nobody followed me. It's crazy. Story.
They watched the video? Did they watch it?
Not a lot of people even, for the amount of time that it was up and the amount of followers that they have, a lot, people didn't. I have people with 5,000 followers posted an interview with them and they got more views.
Oh, wow.
It's weird. The internet is weird as hell.
It's definitely weird. Well, you'd think with someone with 1 million followers, no matter what time they post, it would be something. It has some type of something.
The internet is weird. It's the shit you think is gonna
jump. It don't.
It don't. The shit that you don't think is I told you. One of my biggest interviews. My biggest interview was with a dude. He had 8,000 followers. 8,000. My biggest interview.
And that one really took off.
In a day, 1,000 followers in 4 days.
Oh,
1,000 plays in 4 days. It was crazy.
Hopefully this one do good.
Yeah, this whole series is gonna do good. So to give you a little background about the series, what I do, I do 5 interviews and I put each interview out simultaneously. So Monday I'll put one out, Tuesday I'll put one out, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you'll be the second interview. Okay. I'm gonna do a commercial and all of that stuff. And yeah.
Got a commercial.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I've never done a podcast. This is my first podcast.
For real? Mm-hmm. So it's a good experience so far?
Mm-hmm. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I would definitely do it again.
We can do I want to do a check. Cause see, I tried to do a check-in with the niggas from the last series, but niggas been moving around too much. So this series right here, we can do a check-in.
Definitely. I don't move around. I'll be in the same place. Once I come back.
And I might say nigga, cause you just said you be out of town. Yeah, see, now we getting somewhere. That's why she didn't want to do the interview with me, dog. But on to a darker note, girls like yourself, people in the gay community, and just people all around the world face, you know, the possibility of HIV, the possibility of AIDS. Like, how real is that fear nowadays?
It's very real. I feel like if you know or you don't know, everybody has come into contact with someone that has been affected by the virus or infected by the virus. So it's a big reality, and people don't really think about it. Some people kind of push it off and just don't acknowledge it. But it's a part of people's lives whether they want to accept it or not.
Yeah.
And it's a big reality, especially for a lot of trans women, especially the ones that partake in sex work or even ballroom culture. Is because I would say in the LGBT community, that's a big thing. Mm-hmm. You know, it impacted the community very heavily at one point in time, and it still does, but it's probably not as much. But it affected the community very, very heavily at one point in time. And I think, like, since it's better now, people don't think about it as much, and some people are a little bit more careless as their sexual practices, which they shouldn't be. But it's I don't know, it's something that it's one of the things, you know better, you do better. Mm-hmm. So as long as people, I think, they stay on top of their knowledge, you know, they have PrEP and stuff like that. It's plenty of clinics giving out free condoms. It's the people giving out PrEP for free. There's PEP as well for, like, you know, those mishap situations when you know you possibly came in contact with someone that has HIV. So it's a lot more resources and research and stuff that come along with that. I mean, it's something that you don't have to be necessarily scared of, but it's something that you should still educate yourself on and be on top of.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And that's good that, you know, things are better today, because, like, back in the 80s and 90s, like, it was like an epidemic. It was crazy. Like,
it was taking us out.
Yeah. I think it was really designed to take niggas out.
I think so too, but that's a different conversation.
Facts. Illuminati.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, it's real.
Know. It is real.
It's real.
I think it's real, but, you know, I try not to think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I'm scared, man. Mm-hmm. Niggas think we was scared of coronavirus. Like, back in the 80s and shit, niggas was really scared of HIV. Like, remember Magic Johnson?
That was a lot. It was. I think HIV was scaring people more than this coronavirus is scaring people.
Now, I don't know, because Magic Johnson came out and they ain't canceled the NBA. He was still in the NBA. Niggas was scared to play against him, but they ain't canceled the NBA, bro.
But I guess, you know, it wasn't like a sickness like that.
Yeah, niggas thought it was, though.
Yeah, they thought it was, but I guess by then it was, you know, it was more knowledge, especially like in the. Like, you know, people were not about to cancel damn NBA because of no damn HIV.
No.
So, that was different. Because it was more knowledge then. So, it's like they could, you know, take whatever precautions they needed to and would be more smart about it and not be so discriminatory. Mm-hmm. I mean, people are still discriminatory, and there's a lot of stigma that comes along with it, but it's a little bit better.
Yeah,
it's getting better. Obviously, it's getting better. And the movement towards getting better is a little stronger now, too.
Yeah. People are wanting to be more responsible nowadays with things. You would think. I feel like
people talk about being more responsible. People really don't practice what they preach, especially when it comes as far as that, because people still fucking raw. People still say, oops, I forgot to get a condom. Oops, I forgot. Oops, we did it. And there's people still having one-night stands raw. People still doing hookups on hookup apps raw. You know, people think this, and then even people that take PrEP, they still having sex raw because they feel like HIV is the worst thing you can get, and that's really not. Like, or other things worse out there that you could have that could, you know, kill you faster. If the HIV, and most times, you know, and stuff is so advanced now with the medications, HIV is not killing people like it was. I feel like, you know, I hear stories about people dying from complications, but I feel like if you take your medicine, then you should be fine. Like, because I've worked in the field of prevention and stuff, so like I'm kind of knowledgeable on certain things. So I feel like, you know, it's way more prevention and treatment to where people should just be living a normal life, and it's possible for you to live a normal life and not in fear of certain things. So, but still, prevention should be like number one. Like, always prevent, because you don't want to have these new cases when it shouldn't be. It's like it makes all the work done in vain.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't used a condom since 2008 though, so.
Why? Are you having sex?
I'm just playing. That's just a running joke. I always tell people that. Like, I ain't wore a condom since Carter 3. That came out in 2008.
I get ready to say, like, what did it mean? I'm about to get into my work mode. I'm about to be advocate.
So, I use condoms, man. But for real, though, like, I'm glad things are better, man. Because I couldn't imagine living in those times where, first of all, everybody was ignorant. Just like today. Coronavirus, everybody's ignorant. Nobody really knows, like, the real. What's really going on.
What's
like, they
really
don't know
going
the
on.
truth.
They don't take it upon themselves to learn. They just see something, they go off this jackass president we got with the Chinese virus.
He bucking on their ass.
Oh my God. And people are taking that and running with it. I just saw a post with like some Chinese kids were stabbed. They were attacked. Kids in like a family. I guess, I don't know if they were necessarily Chinese, but Asian family were attacked. Was attacked. They were stabbed and stuff. Like the kid had a gash from their face all the way back here. That was some crazy shit.
That's fucked up.
Hell yeah, all because of the Chinese virus that this bastard is pushing. That's some crazy shit.
That's fucked up.
It's more than fucked up, but it's fucked up.
Fucked up. Shit real.
It is, and it's scary. It's really scary.
Cause he doesn't really understand. And not saying ignorance is an excuse, but he didn't understand the ramifications of saying some shit.
He did it, but he's still pushing. He didn't think about the possible ramifications because he said it and then he stood behind it.
But he doubled down. That nigga was on the news bucking today. She was like, "Yeah, you called it a Chinese disease." He's like, "Where does it come from?"
China.
It comes from China. That nigga did not give a fuck.
That shit is crazy. I'm like, what? It don't get no fucking dumber. It really don't. But and this is someone that's representing our country. Controlling our country, really. Commander in chief. Of running it. I'm like, he ain't running it by himself, but like he's, like, how people look at it, he's running the country.
Facts. He the boss. That nigga pressed that button.
Get fired.
He getting niggas them checks though, baby.
Well, I hope I get one. I need it.
You file taxes, right? So you gonna get it. We all gonna get it. If you're employed, you gonna get it.
I mean, I'm self-employed, but I still file taxes. I need my check. I need it. I'm out of work for 2 weeks.
You gonna get a check.
Not making no money.
You gonna get a check.
I hope it come fast.
Facts. Hey, so I need to overnight it, ain't it?
Overnight that bitch.
I'll go pick it up. Facts.
And I go to the post office, send it to my house.
Facts.
Send it to the local post or something. I don't give a damn. I walk to the post office. My check. I need my check.
Shit real.
Hell yeah.
Shit real.
I would say, like, someone said earlier, well, not earlier, but I read, like, people saying, like, this virus is going to bankrupt more people than it is going to kill. Because it's stopping a whole lot of stuff, and there's going to be a lot that's going to come behind this virus. Like, once this contained, like, we're going to have to, like, get this economy back up. Like, we're on the verge of a recession. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And people don't think about that. People think of these $1,000 checks, but what is the repercussions of getting these $1,000 checks?
Because that money got to come from somewhere.
It's coming from somewhere, and it has to be paid back. Nothing in this world is free. We ain't getting no free $1,000. So that's a lot of goddamn money.
Taxes might go up a little bit or some shit like that.
Exactly.
But it's good and bad and everything. It's good. I feel like this whole thing, it's all about perspective. Like this whole pandemic for me showed me what was important. Cause like when the outbreak first happened, I had a lot of shit going on. Still do. Always have a lot of shit going on. I do a lot of shit on a daily basis. But like this right here showed me what was important. As far as like what I needed to be focusing my time on a daily basis.
Definitely.
And that's my dreams. And the endeavors that I've been making or chasing this whole time. For sure. It's definitely showing me what's important. So I look at everything. I feel like, it's good and bad in everything. You got to look at the bright side of everything. And it's like God is always trying to teach us a lesson in something that we go through.
It's always a lesson. That's why I like being an optimistic person, because it's like, it's always a lesson. I always try to find the silver lining in every cloud. So it's a lot of good that's gonna come from this, especially this whole quarantine thing. People spending time with their families and stuff. Time that they probably missed out on in the past. So it's like it's good coming out of it, yeah. But this is, if people take it serious, I wish more people would take it serious.
Yeah.
This is some real shit. It's killing bitches.
Killing motherfuckers.
It's killing them.
Killing them. I ain't killing niggas though. Ain't no niggas gonna die. Ain't no niggas gonna die.
I think some people dying. I think some niggas dying.
Niggas ain't dying, dog. I'm telling you.
Some niggas.
Some niggas ain't dying, dog. We gonna be straight. Us niggers gonna be alright. We might get it. We gonna shake back. Like we always do.
They might put somebody to kill us just specifically.
Right. Like we couldn't kill these niggas. Fuck.
I don't know. All the passes over pretty quick though. It's messing with my plans. I had plans this year.
Yeah.
And it's messing with my money. This $1,000 ain't shit. I had plans for more money than this.
Definitely.
Stopping my work.
Yeah.
I don't like nobody stopping my work.
Cause it's like you would never think like, cause you say you're a nail technician, right? Mm-hmm. You never think the nail salon would close, bro.
No, not for no damn.
Under no circumstances.
No. And see, I guess, we never, my generation, this is my first time my generation has faced something like this. I'm sure, maybe my grandparents may face something like this back in the day, like, when, I think it was Spanish flu came out in the was it 20s or something? Did Spanish flu in the 20s? Well, whatever epidemic came out, I'm sure there was something
Black
similar.
Plague and shit.
Hell, that was 1800s.
But
it was something like that. But they could probably afford to close down some shit in the 1800s. I mean, that was simple living. But now it's not as simple. It's a lot of businesses, stocks. My stocks are fucked up right now because of this damn virus.
You got stocks?
Yeah. I try to invest my money as much as I can. What the hell is this, a dap?
That's what's up.
For real. And I wish more people would invest their money. But my stocks are kind of fucked up right now. That shit made me sad.
Should do?
What?
You should do like stock advice.
I don't know nothing about no stock advice. I need to get a financial advisor.
Yeah.
I need to go to the bank and get one.
How long have you been investing in stocks?
Probably like a year.
A year?
I think a year.
What got you into it? Just
wanting to make money. Trying to make money with my own money. Without having to do no crazy shit. I thought about
crack, man.
I thought about scamming. Can't do it.
Should have sold crack.
Mm-hmm.
Should have just sold crack. But nah, that's dope though. Like that's really dope.
I don't know. I don't think I could be a drug dealer. People aren't gonna take me serious. I can see the crackhead just bamming on my door when I tell them get the fuck on. I ain't got nothing to come into my house or something. I don't got it.
You say you can fight.
I ain't no crackhead.
The motherfuckers is strong.
Strong? Hell no. I'm not fighting no crackhead. They'll fight, kill your ass. Probably steal all my crack.
Fact. Definitely.
No. Steal my crack and then steal my money, go back and spend with the next crack bitch. I ain't got it.
Yeah. Definitely.
No.
Yeah, you don't need to sell crack. You need to invest in them stocks and bonds.
Yeah, let me invest in my stocks. And then my grandmother, she invested in a lot of stocks and bonds. And I had some from when she passed away and they were passed down to me. So I kind of just, she invested her money, especially in her kids and her grandkids. So I'm trying to do the same for myself. I don't want no damn kids. So it's like invest in myself, invest some money in the future. Mm-hmm. Make sure I can get buried or some shit, something.
Right.
I need a life insurance policy next.
Get that.
Yeah.
So you watching your stocks grow, like?
Trying.
Yeah.
And not with the market crashing.
Well, prior to.
Oh, yeah, prior to, yeah. It was fun. It's kind of like, I was buying trade and stuff like that. It's kind of fun. And when you have the money, it's fun. It's like when you got the money to do, it's fun. But when you don't, it's kind of like, I ain't want to be putting my money in something I know it back.
Yeah.
But anybody can do it, especially like I use the app Acorns. I do it on there, and also I do it like by myself on other platforms. I just buy and sell individual.
Yeah. So you sitting down with your glasses on in the newspaper like, this shit is crazy.
No.
This shit is crazy.
I don't read the newspaper.
You're like, fuck.
But I try to follow it. Like, I'm listening to my phone, I follow it.
Yeah.
And try to learn more about it, so.
That's hard.
That is. And most people don't do that. Most people my age don't do that, so.
Hell nah. I ain't even did that shit yet.
I like money. I want some money.
Most I ever invested in was some
I told you, transitioning is expensive. If I can make some extra money, would I put myself in jeopardy in my life or my health, then I'm going to do it.
Yeah. It makes you more crafty, though.
It does make you more crafty.
Makes you more crafty. And the older you get, the more things you've done, the more things you have under your belt. One trap slow, you go to another one. Not necessarily a trap being some illegal shit, but...
Yeah. A trap is a trap. It's
like
place
work.
You make money.
Like work might be slow. Like you got your stocks. You got... You know what I'm saying? You got different things that's making you money. Like,
that's what I'm out of work for these 2 weeks, but I'm not really worried about it. Not financially, I'm not worried. Because I have other incomes, so...
Yeah.
I'm fine. I just want my $1,000.
Right.
So I'm still trying to grow the other incomes. So, but nails is my main income, but I'm trying to grow the other ones. So it's like I can't really depend on the others like fully. Mm-hmm. So this ain't my fallback. This is more like my extra money. Yeah. And not fucking with my extra money. Goddamn Corona. But you might have that shit. Don't put that shit on me. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. No, I don't have no Corona.
I'm just playing. Knock on wood. Because you was over there sniffling, man. I was worried, man.
I'm breathing fine. They say you don't be symptomatic. You say we're contagious, don't be symptomatic. That's scary.
Scary as fuck.
That is scary. I feel fine. Hopefully I don't have it.
Yeah, us niggas, we good, man.
Low with the niggas.
Now, with your life, well, your identity, your lifestyle, your sexual orientation, or whatever someone may call it, you've had a lot of ups and downs. You've had a lot of things, I guess, not go the way that you wanted them to. A lot of relationships were damaged. A lot of relationships were strained and stuff like that. Would you say, like, you have any regrets about anything?
Not really. Only regret I have is stopping when I should have continued. That's my only regret. But as far as lost friendships or relationships, I don't really care about that, because what you lose, that's like pruning a tree. You prune it in the wintertime and it grows even fuller in the springtime. So that kind of stuff, you lose things to gain even better. It's always a even better replacement for something that you lost. So I kind of look at it that way. I really don't dwell on people that I've lost in my life or that I've lost because I've transitioned, because if you can't, I've always been the same person. I may have changed physically, but the same person I am on the inside, the same personality that you fell in love with, whatever, it's the same person. I just look different on the outside now. So if you can't stand my physical appearance with the same attitude or the same mind, then you're not really here for me. Yeah. So that's kind of good that I got rid of your ass in the long run.
Before you really blossom into the person that you are now.
And try to fuck me up.
And try to get some of that stock money.
And they gonna get it. They gonna get it. I was only child for 9 years. I am stingy.
Yeah. Can't be stingy, baby.
I try not to be. I try to give as much as I can.
Yeah.
I try to give back to my community. Maybe that's why I don't want kids. But maybe the other people that look up to me are those are my babies.
And you're churning.
Yeah, that's my children.
Yeah. I just wanted to hear you say it. Country said,
That's my children.
Your children. Yeah.
And that's crazy I say that.
You say that like that's what you call me, your children?
That's normal. I guess it's normal here. Sometimes it depends on who I'm talking to. Sometimes I say children, sometimes I say children.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah. You could do both.
Yeah.
You can do both.
I'm from the South, so it's inevitable. Mm-hmm. Some shit can come out of my mouth that this.
Some country shit, some backwoods shit.
It's bound to happen.
Mm-hmm. Now, but that's good that you don't regret anything, though. You don't, you don't have any regrets and stuff like that. Yeah. And I appreciate you for coming on my show to tell your story and to be an inspiration for other people.
Thank you.
For real. Like I learned a lot. I enjoyed the conversation.
I enjoyed it too. This was fun.
Yeah, it was definitely fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And the Underworld series is not just about criminal activity. It's not just about what do you call it? Things people ostracize. It's just about different perspectives and different lifestyles and just different whatever, just
different walks of life.
Different walks of life. It's not necessarily, we got criminal shit coming too, baby. We got criminal shit coming. We got some criminology for you niggas, but it's not all about that, man. It's just about different perspectives and things of that nature.
Definitely.
Tell the people where they can find you at, Bailey.
You can find me on Instagram.
If you want to give it to them.
They can follow me on Instagram.
They can follow me on Instagram. All right, cool.
They can follow me on Instagram at @I am_Bailey M. It's my name, BAILEYM.
Okay. Snap, Twitter.
They can find me on Facebook and Bailey Golf. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I have other things. I don't really be sharing it like that.
Facts. Yeah.
I'm a kind of private person. But no, if you find it, you find it. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not secretive like that, but the masses can follow me on Instagram.
Follow her on Instagram.
Yeah.
And once again, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for reaching out and finally organizing a time that we could have an interview after a year-long wait that you said I've been pushing you off, which I haven't.
All I had to do was call you on FaceTime. On Instagram video, and that's all.
And wake me up from my nap.
Yeah, you was literally asleep. But that's what just got to be done.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta,
You gotta aggravate a motherfucker.
Yeah, that works.
What I said when you answered the phone, Bailey, where you at?
Bailey, where you at? I said I'm in the bed.
You been faking for too goddamn long. It's time to make this shit happen.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happened.
It's happened.
Yeah.
Thanks again. It was dope.
No problem.
Muddy Waters, Underworld Series Part 2, Episode 2. We out.